They gone and done it again, y'all. I open up Super Auto Pets and there's a twit longer immediately. All free cosmetic items are viewable. Tweak the random roll entrance animation. Change Pied Tamarin. I don't even remember this guy. I think he summons a trumpet. No, old ability, spend 1 trumpet to deal 2 damage. New ability, spend 1 trumpet to deal 3 damage. Okay, but he is a 2-2 to a 1-2. Silk Moth goes 2-2 to 3-1. And has been nerfed a little bit. They nerfed the penguin! Kind of. I was loving the penguin. Hercules Beetle goes from 2-3 to 3-4. Lizard goes 1-3 to 1-4. Interesting. Sea Turtle goes from 1-5 to 2-5. Sea Turtle was played. That's a little buff on the Sea Turtle feels nice. Baboon has gone from a 2-3 to a 1-2. Flea has gone from a 1-1 to a 3-1. Flying Fish has been nerfed, which makes sense. Meerkat. Start of battle, give adjacent... Wait, hold on. Meerkat seems tricky here. New stats are a little bit of a wash. Old ability, spend 12 gold, 1 random friend gets 1-2. Can you guys even see this? Kind of. It's just above me right now. New ability, at start of battle, give adjacent friends +1 attack for every 3 gold spent this turn. So it no longer has any... it doesn't have permanent stat gain. It only has temporary stat gain. Osprey, slightly nerfed. Royal Flycatcher. I don't even remember what you did. You're like an anti-summon build unit? Enemy summoned. Deal 3 damage to 1 random enemy. No longer gains health. Okay. Falcon has gone 4-4 to 5-5. Macaque is a 1 tier later. And instead of summoning a gorilla, it summons an orangutan. Okay, so that instead of getting a benefit in battle, it gets no benefit but is stronger. That's interesting. I mean, I would not call this a buff. It showing up later is really bad for leveling it, but then the real thing about the macaque was that you would get a cheeky little gorilla that could come out with like a PETA on it or something like that, and then all of a sudden your level 2 macaque is putting out a 12-12 gorilla with a PETA that then gets a coconut, that then gets HP, that then gets a coconut. Anyway. Listen. I'm just looking at the animals that I actually take. Let's put it that way. There's nothing more sobering than having like an animal get nerfed that you already thought was bad. Because you're like, wow, not only was I not using an animal that was apparently overpowered, but I thought I didn't use it because I thought it was too bad. Turns out I should have been using it because it's so good. Spend 7 gold, give 3 random friends 1 attack, 1 health. So this it's a pretty substantial nerf, and I support this just because the Bird of Paradise has been annoying me this week specifically. Maybe I'll regret that later. Change lettuce, give 3 pets from the current shop tier or higher 1 attack and 1 health. Ooh. Lettuce has been tricky, so that I appreciate that. So that means if you get lettuce on tier 3, but you also get a tier 4 unit because you leveled up, your tier 4 unit can benefit from the lettuce for 4 rounds in the shop instead of having to simmer on it. I support that. Okay, start prediction. Sorry to start the video with some patch notes. I didn't know it was coming. How many wins will we get this time? 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 with 1 minute. Don't forget to tweet. Just consider the first hour of this to be like a little bit of like, it's not really a secret stream, but I have to tweet for Midnight Suns anyway. So I'm just going to tweet for Midnight Suns instead. And we'll just enjoy a little bit of little clandestine Super Auto Pets. This is me streaming on my alt. Now, this weekly, I've legitimately been pure ass, and I hate this weekly, so let's fix it. I'll be a purple handbag. I'm a genius. Oh my god, I won round 1. I got one hand in my pocket, the other one's in a beehive. It's been so long since I won the first round. I don't even know what to say. A second mouse... Well, you know what they say, the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Front Badger is cracked this weekly. You know, I believe you because I've gotten destroyed by Front Badger many a time. So I definitely, if I get the opportunity, I won't turn up my nose at it, I'll tell you that much. Give me my level. Clownfish Hedgehog is weird, but it's something. Because the stats are temporary, but that's okay. And then, like, the Toad is just good in a vacuum. And maybe we'll talk about Bat. Bat seems to be pretty out there this week. Seems to be pretty common. Rip to all the first mice out there. Has there ever been a president who had a so-called first mouse? You know, you hear about first dogs all the time. First ladies, of course. First daughter, starring Katie Holmes. I don't know if there's ever been a first rat. I don't know if we've had the pleasure yet. First bald. There had to be a bald president before photos existed. We talk about this like once a month. I'm remembering now. Dwight Eisenhower was kind of bald. He definitely, like, I mean, he had the horseshoe. I would consider a natural horseshoe to be bald. Because in the, like, 50s, people didn't shave their heads. You just wore whatever hair God gave you. So I'd give Dwight Eisenhower credit for being bald, for sure. I'm sure there's others. There's, like, all those presidents, like, between after the War of 1812, but before, like, the presidents who caused the Civil War through mismanagement and stuff like that. Like, who's the one, the worst James Buchanan. He's like, okay, I guess you can have, like, a little sedition as a treat, you know, but between, like, the War of 1812 and the start of the U.S. Civil War, there's all those presidents that, like, nobody remembers. Like, what the heck did Chester Arthur look like? I think he's a sideburns guy. It's not James Buchanan slander. He's almost the consensus pick for worst president of all time. I say almost because recent presidential rankings have shaken it up a little bit. Anyway. The great thing about that joke is that you can really apply whatever your own political opinion is to it and assume that I agree with you. 3 random friends plus 1 attack. Previously, that's like a given. But now, I'm like, I don't know, HP is so much more precious. Why don't you take this and then stick around for a little while, but not too long? And then, honestly, let's just prioritize not losing this round. What about Gerald Ford? Yeah, I'd say Gerald Ford is bald as well, from what I can see in my head. I think he had he was balding and receding, and he just shaved it tight, if I remember correctly. I would consider that to be bald. Tier 3 units will get buffed by lettuce. You know, we're not exactly spoiled for choice here. I would take advantage of that, I think. I would take advantage of this. And who's sticking around most likely here? At present, I would say unknown. Next round, you are going to become a 6/8. So buying the bacon is not that effective. Buying meat for somebody, maybe putting meat on a bat for the moment. I'm not exactly sold on it, but has there ever been a bald Canadian leader? Oh no, it's me. Oh, that sheep's gonna blow me out. Well, it makes me look ignorant, right? But it's true. I don't really have as good of a grasp of Canadian leaders throughout history as I do of American leaders throughout history. The average Canadian, or perhaps I don't want to make myself seem too knowledgeable, but even the above average Canadian probably could name like 6 to 7 Canadian prime ministers. That's just me picking like if I had to take the over or the under on that one, I'm not sure. Everybody's going to know Trudeau and Harper. A lot of people are going to know Paul Martin. Even more people are going to know Jean Chrétien. And then you've got Kim Campbell, Joe Clark, Brian Mulrooney, and then before that, it gets a little. There's like a few that everybody knows: Sir John A. Macdonald, John Diefenbaker, Pierre Trudeau. I'm forgetting an obvious one: Lester B. Pearson, William Mackenzie King, and then you're like, okay, who else do we even have? We got like there's Wilfrid Laurier from Civilization, true, and Robert Borden, I remember, and then I think I'm tapped out. Lester B. Pearson's not obvious, bro. He won the Nobel Peace Prize. I thought only American presidents were allowed to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Level me? Turkey. I think we should try to pivot. One of the things I think we need to start internalizing this week is that the tier 1, tier 2 units suck a lot. So what we should do is whenever we get the opportunity to pivot off of them, replacing even a stat heavy tier 1 or tier 2 with a base stat tier 5 is like essential. So let's start with let's unwind the moth, throw in a turkey, which then allows lettuce to function a little bit better. Oh no, it doesn't. It just buffs the turkey. That's all right. I love buying apples. I can't pretend. A parrot. I mean, a sheep is good for if we're gonna pivot to a summon build. Would I sell a moth to start getting the sheep out there? I guess I would. Or not a moth, a cockroach. I guess I would. The faster we can start the pivot, probably the better off we are. So I don't actually know if we have any bald Canadian prime ministers now that I'm thinking about it. It wouldn't necessarily surprise me. But I can't think of any, if you'll allow the pun intended, off the top of my head. It's round 8, 3 HP. That's true. Jean Chrétien was like 90s bald. Because old people weren't shaving their heads in the 90s. They were just letting it roll. And Pierre Elliott Trudeau, also like 70s bald. Okay. I'm gonna QQ. I mean, if we're going to pivot, you can roll, and then maybe look to sell your clownfish for another unit. This is going to sound a little crazy, but I think I would sell a clownfish for a bat just to get 2 bat effects, but also have the stats from the bat. So that when we combine them, we'll get a bonus. But we're really looking for our tier 5s. Make sure to thank the bus driver. Oh no, it's the bat! Great tweet. Insanely great tweet. Okay, they're me but stronger. Not that sold on the polar bear. Yeah, I'm not that sold on any of this. I'm gonna add a skunk just because it's something that's not bad. We have to immediately pivot off what we were building here. I still think the bat works. I think we sell. We hope that there's no crocodiles. I think you buy a wolf. The wolf seems better than the eagle this week. I don't say that lightly. Let me buy... this would only buff turkey wolf. But I can't quite get enough to get the eagle out there. Let's keep this around then. Roll once. Lemon could do something for us. You're not spawners. Okay, let me think. Let's put a lemon on a wolf. I don't think it's going to be like that good, but it gives us something to do for 1 round. And then next turn, I think we're going to sell either the bat or the skunk to put an eagle out there, and we're going to try to make lettuce work. Curse the golf stream when? Curse the golf was the one I played, right? We won a round! We won a round post, like, turn 9. This is crazy. Should we just get, like go pure disgusting? And, like, forget the eagle? Buy a bat? Sell your skunk? Buy a wolf? And then just go, like, this is degenerate behavior, but... But I think I'm for it. Lettuce will buff tier 6s next turn, which we don't have. Yeah, turkey needs the next lemon. Or actually, just a melon. Just a melon. Okay, we probably get crapped on here, but this is a good test for the spawner build. We could also, like, really use some frickin' chocolate. You know, this didn't go well, but actually it went completely fine. We won. Never mind. I thought we were gonna get destroyed there. Buff me? You need to not get sniped. Thank you. I mean, this is snipe protection, but you still die to one crocodile. But this is still pretty good as far as the shop goes. Probably, you would probably say a steak could work on your bat, because you don't want to move the wolf up in the rotation a little bit. Fly me? Oh, you think a fly would beat a sheep in this situation? What are you, smarter than me? Like, by a lot, obviously? Okay, now this team makes me want to cry. More. More. Okay, you got me by a bit. Go ahead. The thing is, like, I'm gonna buy chocolate and put it on you. But it's really, I would consider it a bet hedge. I'm rolling to see if there's something better than the sheep. Okay, I would say that probably that does make a difference. It comes out as a 13-12 too, so... Hang on, I'm praying. They have, like, the same team as me, except I don't know yet whether it's better or worse. I'm gonna say better, and I'm gonna cry. This is the person I just beat last round! How did they pivot so much? How did they pivot from, like, a 50-50 Buffalo to this? Oh, because it's two different teams, probably. Anyway, GG, GG. 6 is not that bad this weekly. And we'll run it back. How was your Peloton ride this morning? Oh, thank you for asking. It was extremely good. Just let me focus for a minute. The start of the game is very precious to me right now. It'd be like a fishy sock or whatever. 45-minute Dennis Morton jam band ride that I've done like 70 times in the past, but it was the highest output I've ever had on it. 547 kilojoules in 45 minutes. 10-minute Matt Wilper's low impact ride. It was like a 98 or something like that. It was mostly just to keep the legs moving. 10-minute Leanne Hainsby cooldown ride, which the cooldown rides are just there just to be there, but at least this one had Teardrop by Massive Attack, so it wasn't like the typical Peloton cooldown ride, which is just like complete, like horrendous music. There you go. There's for your eyes only. You do be stacking? I be stacking. That's IB Flossin. For the Lore Masters, that's IB Flossin by Backpack Kid. You don't really need this, though. Be nice if somebody had some HP. We should buy something, though. These are all pretty bad. What are our tier 2 units? Honestly, rather than buy meat, I would rather roll to see if we get a bat. Or hedgehogs, we could do something. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but at least all of our units right now have more than the amount of HP required to stay alive. If I'm being realistic, the beetle... We should keep it for one round. But I thought about just selling... Oh my god, we need to get some HP, dude. Rolling for essentially no reason. Just thinking. Just thinking about how this one should go. I don't have an answer for you right. That's... Okay, note to self. Toad cannot go. Take spawners as well. The toad needs to survive. So I don't even want you to level yet. I can put you out here. I can put you out here. You're kind of like bison protection for me in the future. Nobody here has a hurt trigger. I'm just going to buff you once more. Level up the hedgehog next turn. Find a way to give the toad enough HP. Toad literally did nothing there? What are you talking about? You didn't do anything. Didn't I, Lisa? Didn't I? You're gone. Start with the level, and I know this kills our toad, but we gotta work with it. I'm not a big porcupine guy here. I am big into the sheep. Another one of these instantly kills. Hang on. I could always just put it on top, but it's not that relevant. Who's the sheep and the toad would get buffed by lettuce. This is an important lettuce. It's not important immediately. But you know what? It'll be important at some point. Let's get it now. The stats matter. And we'll keep you around as a level and then probably sell you. Curse the golf stream when? Dude, I'm stoked about the fact that we keep beating the person asking me to play a game that I don't like very much. We keep losing every time we play Empty the Cup, but whatever. You should take this. Cucumber could go crazy this week. Am I really gonna... No, who's going here? Are we really trying to fit another one of these? Yeah. Yeah, we are. We're gonna sell you. Because then this going first will let the toad actually get his impact off. And then this will do way more damage to the other enemies. Yeah. Which means we don't need to freeze you anymore. Cupcake, I kind of sleeping on these, but then they gave me exactly the same things again. So I'm saying, you know what? You should take a little more attack. It's like the tankiest team I've seen in all my days, and then they have their own hedgehog at the back. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, honestly, that's just how do they have so much HP? How could you have that much HP this early? I'm just going to go ahead and say that that was probably hacking, if I had to guess. I'm not afraid to throw out the occasional hackuzation. Sure, you should definitely level. I'm going to go ahead and say that a microbe does not accomplish what we're looking for here. It's the same person. My squad has been... No, you don't understand. No, you don't understand. You can't kill my toads. Or you can't kill my sheep like that. You can't put weakness on my sheep. Okay, for the time being, why don't you take that? Cue me. This feels like a canned food, and then maybe we're getting a rooster out there later. I like the double depth though. I like the double dip hedgehog. I know it looks like we're just rolling. That's because we're just rolling. Could you use 3 slurp juices on a single sheep? I don't know. That's the sort of thing where I think you have to look at the white paper. I haven't looked at the white paper recently. You're lucky. You're lucky. Curse the golf stream when has defeated us. That's painful. Okay, one of these. And this team is really not doing what I needed it to do. I think that much is clear. It's not great either. Has hedgehog build ever worked? Yeah, I got a 10-piece with a hedgehog build this week. It was on Monday though, which is like if you're ever gonna get a 10-piece with a weird build, it's gonna be before everybody goes to r/super auto pets. Well, actually it's not even that. The thing is, like, as super auto pets weeklies go on, you just see what beats you, and then you get pissed off, and then you build the team that beat you essentially. So the whole weekly, like on Monday, it's a lot of fun. And then like from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday onwards, it just increasingly coalesces to like one of the 2 dominant builds every single round, which is extremely annoying. Anyway. John Wood 1. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I mean, that's what I do. I'm not trying to say like I'm like above the fray or whatever. I'm just I'm a part of it as much as anybody else is. Of course I know him. He's me. I'll even give him a little credit. This team is like a little different. But then like look, okay, so oh never mind. They might actually go off. Well, look, the team's a little different and they drew. If you built the same team as everybody else, you probably would have beat me. So what's your incentive, you know? It's an interesting idea, putting a PETA on our rooster so that it's going to live and then get even more HP afterwards. Then chocolate would have hit the spot, man. This is not like a fundamentally good carrot, but we're on 3 gold. Not everyone is a Spike. This is a Johnny game. Why are we talking about Magic the Gathering here? I applaud you for your pun on a Johnny. Because isn't that also the name of the lion? Okay, level 2 rooster. Certainly feels like a saber tooth with a PETA could also do some interesting stuff this week. And there's the PETA. I'd rather, you know what? Let's try the PETA first. We'll get the toad leveled next. And even more, we were very lucky with the roosters so far. It's only gonna buff Sabertooth, so I pass. They have their own level 3 toad. That's unfortunate. Bro, where's the dude that got spat out? I'm supposed to spit out a dude. What? We actually won? I can't believe it. That's 6. He didn't fit. But in order for him to take damage, the hedgehog has to die first. The hedgehog has to faint in order to get him to take the damage, which means there should be 1 space. The corpse is still there? It's not a corpse, he fainted. You know, this is a family-friendly game. Okay, a 1/1 buff on a Sabertooth it is. The effects happen at the same time. Whatever, I believe in it. Against all odds, I believe in it. I'm not moving the hedgehog to position 2. Unless we lose this round, in which case I can't be held responsible for my actions. There we go, look at that. And it was all worth it, because we summoned an 8/8 bird. Fizzy peas. Somebody else figured out how to stuff the freaking MySQL database. Okay, you go to the front then. We were in desperate times. Chocolate? For sure, for sure. I mean, a level 3 rooster would be the dream, if we could make it happen. It's not going to happen. We could throw out a level 3 hedgehog, maybe at least be a little bit annoying. No crocodile. It's a dream come true. Please kill the snake. Please kill the snake. No, no, no. Hit my Sabertooth. Hit my Sabertooth! Yes. 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 A draw. I'll take it. I'll take it. Chocolate. Rooster, chocolate. Sabertooth is a must purchase. See, level 2 Sabertooth, but I'd rather have a level 3 rooster, so just freeze me, roll me. No chocolate. Lemon is crazy good too. Freeze me a lemon. I see that we got double sauropod, but we're pot committed at this point. Level 2 Sabertooth is gonna spit out a 16/16, right? Oh no, we're fucked. Fizzy peas! Get out of the MySQL database! It's driving me crazy. Okay, listen, we weren't off by as much as it looks like we were off by, but I'll take 6. Lemon on a Thursday? That's true, it is, Wednesday lemon. Now that I think about it. 6 gang eating good. I mean, it's better. On it, can I tell you? This is not without a single hint of irony. Let me tell you the way that the YouTube weeklies have gone this far. Monday, I recorded 3 videos. I'll be like a sticky cucumber. And was like, this weekly's kind of interesting. And then at the end of that recording session, I was just running into the same like 2 individuals every time, and I said, "Oh, that's getting a little annoying." We'll run the casino, sure. People are like, nice story. I know we come here to be entertained, but can you just activate the casino real quick? Sure, no problem. I understand. I know my place. If you can't beat them, join them. Try something like this. It's a little unusual, but we'll try something like that. Anyway. Then, on Tuesday, I said, well, I haven't really cracked this weekly, but hopefully soon we'll figure out, like, if there's any kind of strategy we can work with. And then I got destroyed for 3 videos in a row. Yesterday, I had some administrative work to do. I had some YouTube videos to set and stuff like that. I had some documents to look over. I didn't record right after the stream. I did that for like an hour. And then I said, well, I could record like another 2-3 videos of the weekly. I said, fuck that. I went outside. I took a walk. I took like a 90-minute walk. Came home, picked up my daughter from daycare, and just enjoyed the rest of my night. Felt amazing. Felt incredible. Of course, listen, you can say same team, and you're not wrong. But, I mean, if they give me the toad, then I have to take the toad. Saw grass, listened to some podcasts, you know, there was, it was a nice walk. Played some Pokemon Go. I might do the same thing today, because now I've looked over all the damn documents. I don't have to look over any more damn documents. So now I got that 3-hour window. Why debase myself just losing the, curse the golf stream when, and empty the cup over and over, when instead I could be at least getting some self-care in there. Maybe this doesn't really seem like we need a clownfish here. Don't even need the buy-sell. Order. You've screwed me on the order here. Gotta hand it to you. It's a bit of an unusual team, though. You should have a cucumber. You're gonna get sold. This actually, to me, this feels like a kangaroo. It feels like a kangaroo could go off here. I'm gonna roll, even though the croissant is good. I'm gonna roll once more. Okay, now I had a dream, and now that dream is gone for me. Now I am going to buff a surgeonfish twice. No, I'm gonna make our kangaroo more likely to pop. I just wish that their moth went before my goose. I understand the order, but I just wish that it didn't work that way. One of these. You need a cucumber. I know I just bought you the honey. It is what it is. You need a cucumber. I'll take another toad for the moment. Kind of like wide Morpheus. Holy cow. Elo Stewie. This is another very strong team. This is one of those teams where you're just like, I've been spending money. How did your team get like triple my stats at this stage of the game? I'm going to keep buffing you. You're going to be a stat Andy for the moment. And I know that's not the typical way you'd run this weekly. Somebody's got to go, and I feel like maybe throwing a skunk in here is the play, and obviously our goose is not long for this world. 4 pieces get buffed from lettuce. We don't have many of them. I think we want to initiate our turn on tier 5. Finally, none moth. We still lose, though. Not turn 5, tier 5. I'm going to take it to get a tier 5. I think you have to look at... You have to start the pivot now. Sell the goose. I mean, don't be too attached to your present team because they're not doing it for you anyway. Turkey here. Sell the skunk. Sheep here. And then I know this is probably like the worst asset management of all time. I feel like Jim Benning right now. But just something to give the turkey a little bit more to work with. I put a bee on it, took the bee off to put on a cucumber, took the cucumber off to put a bee on it. But you know what? That's where we stand right now. How'd you feel about the Canucks game last night? Well, like, I don't work for the Vancouver Canucks. So, like, at the end of the day, I know how rude this sounds, but, like, when I see people, like, reveling in the fact that we lost and they're posting something like, see, our team is ass, I'm like, that's, like, loser energy to me. I'm like, I know we're ass, too. It's like, of course we're ass. But, like, it's like you're saying, let me put it this way. I don't think you're telling the general manager something they don't already know. Like, we won one game, like, 5-2 or something. Got our asses beat the next game 6-1. Like, of course we're ass. Everybody knows we're ass. Thoughts on the new coach? It's been 2 games. How would I know? Okay, wolf me. I would rather Toad get sniped. This is a puzzle. I think we just have to pray that we don't get a crocodile. And I'll put this here, so in theory you should be able to survive a level 1 crocodile. The scumbag squad is online. I think you're right. Same team? Listen, I play with whatever the shop gives me. I can't force it. Huge eagle. Feels good. Another eagle. Still feels good. Was really hoping to get like some chocolate there, but that's okay. We'll just put some honey on you for the moment. 2 eagles would have beaten that beetle as well. I'm a little too attached to my beetle still. Yo, this team kind of slaps, though. We can get another one. I'm sure we'll get another eagle as well. Okay, there's 5. Don't forget about parrot. A very sensible point. It's like buying this would give us a tier 6. So if I sold you, you'd give us 11 gold. If I buy you, we go down to 6. We sell, we're on 9. We get a tier 6. I think we pass on it. Hey, Ninja Zombie, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I'm tempted with melon on the... No, you know what? I think you run it like this for now. Don't worry about the can. We're getting enough buffs out of the turkey. Melon on the rooster. Rooster's a tier 4. Okay. Okay. For now. Melon at the baseball game. Oh, shit. Melon at the baseball game. I gotta hand it to Lightlord here. This is an unusual team. You gotta give them a lot of credit. Unless they beat me, in which case, go to hell. Of course, look, what a creative team to just lose to another summon team. Do I feel good about it? No, not necessarily, but now you gotta run the numbers on this one, right? Because it's like, am I betting that we're gonna hit a level 2 turkey? Right now, we're getting 6/6 on all units. What would be better? 3 more pigs, which would then get a 3/3 buff, or the 6/6 buff. I think you freeze, roll, and then all of a sudden, everything's coming together. This is like the perfect setup. Level this way first. You get 6/6. We just start with this. There's no reason to spawn them here because they have the same amount of stats, I think. And then... You're right. Fly makes a lot of sense. So probably, I should have done it first, but combine wolves next turn and then throw the fly. Right, we need to move rooster too. And don't worry about the eagles bee so much. Hold on, we got stuff to concern ourselves with. The math is perfect! Holy cow. So you need to go here, and who cares about the bee? We'll just throw out like some honey instead, if we have the space for it. Although now I'm like with a fly. No, this fly doesn't work with this squad. I'll tell you why, okay? Because like a fly, it doesn't matter where you put them. Let's say we put them in the back. The eagle already summons one, so we're spitting out the fly like this. 2 full. Then the rooster in position 2 dies. It already spits out 2 chicks. The flies are going off. The wolf summons 3 pigs. 1, 2, 3. The fly's going off. It doesn't... Even if we combine the wolves, it doesn't make any sense. The fly will wait to summon now? They changed it. Okay, but even still, then they punch through the wolf. They have a turkey. The turkey dies. We get 1 fly or something like that. Or we have a... Oh, no, we'll get them off the pigs. You're right. Or we'll get them off the summoned unit. Okay, no. You're completely right then. We'll get them off of the summoned units. I worry about the state of our education system. Because admittedly, there were people that were like taking the time to explain it. But then there were also like 10x more people that were like, just take the fly. Is that what you've been trained by the modern education system? Is like, don't come up with the reason so you actually reinforce the lesson. Just write down the right answer. Where did you go to school? A hagwon? We should get level 3 rooster. That's a given. I don't really care if the wolf levels, but it's probably the right thing to do. Right there. It can't spawn the chick anymore? Son of a bitch. I'm not cut out for these high-octane summon builds, man. But then I'm like, well, what do I move? Because if I move the wolf up there, it's going to spawn 1 less pig. I think we should not worry so much about what exactly is perfect here. What we should have done is not leveled the rooster. We should have leveled the fly first instead. No, don't give me that. People say things like, oh, if you make a Twitch message too long, the streamer won't read it. Okay, you're like 34 years old. Just write what you want to write. Don't write something so that like it gets read. Plus, have you ever looked at like a streamer as they read chat? The messages that are short get read and ignored. The essays they stun lock the streamer. Writing a long message is how you actually get read. It's like it's your first day on the website. Rooster position 3. Okay, but then this motherfucker summons 2 little pigs instead of 3 little pigs. I actually think it is better, though. No shot the person who wrote that is 34. I think you're projecting. We got some 70s birthdays in the stream. As scary as it is, my whole squad is dead. But they're also truly alive. No. Dude, what a way to go. I'll take it anyway. 9 wins is good. You gotta give him some credit for that one. Eagle also spit out a unit with like so much HP. It happens sometimes, but like typically your eagle spits out like a 6/6 bird of paradise, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll just go F myself. Take 2 cockroaches for early game support. Maybe 2 geese as well. About like an innocent fork with just innocent men. Like that, it's more just what's the word I'm looking for? It's a remix of the joke. That is like, people will always like, they'll type toxic shit, and then you're like, don't be toxic, and they're like, oh, well, actually, the chat is a reflection of the streamer. I'm like, bitch, you're 32 years old. What do you mean, my personality? Your personality is a reflection of mine. You know how sad that is? Don't type that tragic shit in my Twitch chat. I'm just trying to chill here. Just trying to enjoy my life. He typed the saddest thing I've ever heard. Let's do it like that for now. I'm too old to be considered physically fit enough to be drafted in the event that my country ends up going to war, but my personality is entirely derived from shit that I watch on the internet. What are you talking about, man? I'm literally just a guy. Okay, level me. Could have been a toad. Could have been a toad. Hey, Ninja Zombie, thank you as well. Thank you. We accept that. We accept it. I would roll double geese. They're not doing what I want them to do anyway. I would roll double geese. Or a doubled goose in order to roll double bats. I don't think we could have gotten any better luck. So the fact that this is a draw is a sad indictment of our current squad. Let's buff our bat. We're not doing anything else that productive right now. Roll me. We're looking okay. I would buy. I'm looking for a bat if possible. No bat, huh? I'll keep you around. I have a feeling a bat's coming. No! I hate when the blobfish works. I'm honestly just gonna sell you. Because I don't like you. I simply don't like you right now. You're no longer doing what I need you to do. Our shop luck is pretty bad, but it's not... Hull is not lost yet, and I'll tell you why. We got this guy right here. Excuse me? Sell me. Freeze me. Roll me. You can be as mad as you like. I'm not gonna change. Again... We're at a level of super auto pets where essentially your results are partially, not exclusively, partially dictated by your shops, okay? We don't get a toad, we don't get any of the early game superstars. What do? We throw a hedgehog out there and we go to town. We do what needs to be done. You need to survive. I don't really want to level you because we could level you next turn and get a tier 5 instead. But we have to accept that you're going to die if that's the case. Lettuce will work on a tier 3. We have none of them. Okay, for the moment. Why don't you take one of these? Toad is not a superstar? Toad is the greatest amongst us. He's what we all aspire to be. Women want him, and men want to be him. Dude, I think we gotta try the polar bear. Like, we're in a weird, like, pseudo back to world right now. What do you think about trying to create, like, a huge frickin' goose? How dare you goose me like that? Do I have anything that summons anything else? I do! OMG, he does! You're at tier 5, we're on tier 4 shops. This would be a fantastic turn to pivot and just like literally sell a unit with no future, get some value lettuce. It's like I can't afford to sell another unit, but a skunk coming out here does make sense. It is what it is. You know what we should probably do? If it buffs a rooster, that's A-okay. If it buffs a goose, it's A-okay. We win either way with the polar bear here. My squad. This seems poor. This seems bad for business. We lost to Schlongzilla. Now is the level and the pivot. So the goose gets buffed. No, the rooster got buffed. Level me? I feel like you gotta go. You come to the front. A snake comes out. We sell. I don't really want to keep a goose out there, but he's level 3, so I'm going to try. Watch this, okay? We're going to try to create a super chicken in the back to tank and just hope that the snake porcupine combo here can sort of hang for a little bit. It doesn't have to win the game by its... Oh my god, it did so much better than expected on that round. I guess you should. Forget it. Jake, it's Chinatown. I would roll for a better food at this stage of the game. Now, listen, here's the thing. We don't want to lose the EXP from a chicken showing up. We got to sell it so that we keep buffing this one. And another one of the... I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like a little much, but... I hope I didn't skip any pineapples. Pineapple on snake is kind of core for the squad right now. What a shot. What a shot. I don't know if this does enough for us, but... It did more than I did. Twice as much as them, half as much as they deserve. It's a strong team. You got me on that one. Alright, well now's the pivot point. You come out. And now we got a 27-25 level 2 rooster. That seemed like a pretty good pivot. What would be great... I mean, honestly, you know what would be great? Back to reindeer. I saw someone say it in chat. I think they're precisely correct. And then we probably want to set it up like this, even though it's a little unusual. Hopefully they don't have a snake themselves. Their team is really strong, that's for sure. Good shooting, kid. Don't get cocky. Still a really strong team. And that's just a stat-based team there. What are we on, 1 HP? I mean, 1 HP, you kind of got to get a reindeer out there. But we don't have to remove the porcupine necessarily. You can start there. And then, I don't know, put this guy at the back for like anti-crocodile. I don't really think that the Eagle's that good this week, but it's like it's okay. It's good enough to at least be like, sure, let's add 2 of those in. I mean, if you get 3 of anything on the same shop, you're like, you're pretty stoked. Wait. Yes! Oh, that felt incredible. Felt amazing. Certainly here, and here, and here. Okay. It's actually been like a pretty good weekly. Sorry, let me rephrase, because I don't think that's true. But it has been a pretty good session of the weekly for me. Owns. No 10 pieces, but like way less 2s and 3s than I'm used to at this stage of my life. Well, you don't take a pita. You taking a pita is kind of funny. But I should probably sell you and get something else out. Like, you have screwed up some snakes at this stage of the game, but I think we're moving on. We're moving on to greener pastures. And while, you know, the math just works out immediately, it feels like that's a sensible pickup. I know that it's been changed, so it only gives 3 friends, but still. Why surging fish with no trumpet? Many people are asking themselves this same question. No doubt about that. This seems kind of horrible for me. It seems kind of fine. I'm flabbergasted. 7 wins. You don't need a stake. This could change things. That could help us a lot. Certainly, I think it's worth throwing into the squad here. Another melon on like an eagle or something like that. Yeah. Honestly, if we lose right now, I'm happy with 7. I would prefer to get more, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I'm even happier with 8. Okay, take one of those. I don't believe it. Gotta be careful about the level up here, because if we level up a rooster, then we're gonna have to rework our positionings. Whereas you level up a reindeer, it takes a little longer to get there, but could have gone for a bird as well. Lots of options. Man, I'd love if my rooster, like, lived through 1 attack. Not shooting any of the enemies with stake on them is probably gonna cost us. Yeah, fair enough. I'll take my 8, though. Good, good. Honestly, I think we had, like, 6, 6, 9, 8. That's a good weekly. As, like, these are good results for me on this weekly. I think we learned being, like, less precious with it. Like, just, you gotta Kylo Ren this weekly. You gotta destroy your early game units to pivot to the stronger late game units. That's not always the case, but it's definitely the case this week. Which I think is, my bias is to keep, like, one good tier 1, tier 2, and try to level it to a 50-50. No wonder I got my butt kicked this week. Okay, /market, that's the end of